Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. I was very up and down if I should sit there and do a review on it, but it was one of those things where it's like I watched it and I just had stuff I want to talk about, so it was like I got to do a review on it. It was just one of those feelings. Sloan, it's very difficult for me to feel bad for Sloan because one, what she's doing to Nicole's baby, that's just off jump. Two, I understand that she's nervous about trying to make a good impression on Eric's parents. But it's like, so you was you was so nervous to sit there and try to make a good impression that you decided to get smashed and made a horrible impression. Good job. And I get that she was sitting there listening to Nicole, but I'm like, bro, have you have you never drank before? I mean, yeah, everyone has a limit. I have a limit. Okay. But it was one of those, and the thing is, when she got drunk, see, here's the thing. There's a couple of different types of drunks. Okay. There's one that's really, um, he just wants to be the life, they just want to be the life of the party. There's the type that is super emotional. And then there's the type that's just super annoying. And, yeah, it was very rough that they're trying to get through that. I mean, she was trying to tell jokes. It was just super obnoxious, right? And finally, they took baby Jude out to go for a walk. Now the parents are like, John is like, is this like a one-off thing, or is she got a problem? And it almost seemed like Sloan was about to sit there and tell the truth. But they got back because they heard word from Brady that Tate, is going to juvenile hall or something. So they want to sit there and see him off. And that's what Justin was able to do. And, Alex was like, oh, well, it was good. Can't lie. You really, you really, you did good. But I'm like, from what I hear from other people, it's like he doesn't have a good reputation. So I'm just not there saying, I'm like, Alex wasn't entirely wrong to try to get a better lawyer. Okay? It just happened that it worked out in his favor. But let's put it this way, just because he has this one win, it does not make him a good lawyer. If Sammy is able to sit there and beat him in court, that's a problem. Okay? So there's one little small victory. I'll give him a hug, and yeah, that doesn't erase all the L's that he's took back in his day. When you starting to make Scott Bolin look good, that's the problem, and that's the character from General Hospital. Just saying. But yeah, Justin was able to sit there and get the deal going. EJ agreed. They were kind of worried that EJ was going to challenge it, but like in a couple of episodes before, he was thinking I might have messed up, right? So between that, well, I think that actually had a lot to do with it. And at first, Tate was like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not, I don't really do that stuff. Or, why am I going to group therapy? This, that, and the third. I'm like, would you like to stay where you're currently at? Would you like to get another black eye? Or would you like to sit there and just do a couple of sessions and just, until your trial starts? Which one you rather do? Hell, even to Teresa, at first she was like, "Oh, you mean I can't see him for a month and yada yada yada." I'm like, would you like to continue seeing your son there? No. All right, then. That's what I thought. Um, Meanwhile, Harris comes to the bistro with a search warrant. They search the place. They don't find anything, and during the search, Harris is like, "Yo, listen. I can help you out of this. I can get you out of this." Ava decides that act all bitchy, let's just be honest. And it's like, oh, you're only doing this because I broke up with you, this, that, and the third. And Harry's like, all right, well, listen. Um, at the end, he said he was sorry, and she was like, I want more than an apology. He was like, yeah, so I'm gonna go now, pretty much. He left. Stefan turns out, he tells him that Clyde knew somebody, he knew that the raid was going on, so he was able to get somebody to take away the product before they got there. I'm just like, you're giving this man like Cyrus level power on General Hospital. And Cyrus was a person who had money, right? He had money, he had status and everything like that. He His power was so great that he could be in jail and still order a hit on an entire family, and that's on General Hospital. But Clyde don't have that. At least I don't feel like he has that type of money. So how is he? Oh, Clyde was able to sit there and kind of save the day. He knew about. Like they're making Clyde a goddamn mutant. I just okay, sure. That's all right. So that happens, and Stefan gets a call from Gabby. Ava gets a text from some unknown number to meet her in the docks. Goes to the docks, and I was about to sit there and say it's Jason. And it's Harris. So, he's going to sit there and try to get through to her because he didn't believe anything that she was saying. Um, and he felt like it was probably better that to sit there and try to get her alone and just talk to her without Stefan being there. Because Stefan's all like, oh, my lawyer this, and, you know, this being his usual hot-headed self. So I feel like that's pretty much about it. This baby story is not going to end anytime soon. I mean, it's I don't think they're gonna sit there and drag it out like General Hospital, but it's been lasting since what, December, give or take, maybe November, and seeing how Nicole's going away, we don't know how long that's just gonna be going for. So it's just kind of a guessing game, and it's. I wonder, was this whole thing planned as far as Tate and Holly leaving the show for a little bit, because Holly being there, Tate being there, they get in this story, and it seems like it's getting good, and then they both disappear. Tate's off in jail, Holly's in the hospital, going to Italy. Just wonder, was that all planned, or was it just like on the actor's schedule? Very curious about that. I feel like that's about it. I can't think of anything else, but if I forget anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll talk about all the shows. Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, Born and Beautiful, Young and Restless. With that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video.